A warning before we begin. This story has been told as a true account. What you are about to hear may be deeply unsettling. Listen at your own risk.
Sarah, a cautious yet trusting woman, had agreed to go on a date with Dr. Mark Evans, a man she'd met on Tinder. He had seemed charming and well-spoken in their online exchanges. As she arrived at his apartment building, she took a deep breath and stepped inside. The hallway was quiet, and the air carried a faint scent of freshly cleaned surfaces. When she knocked, the door opened almost instantly, as if he had been waiting right behind it. "Sarah, so good to finally meet you in person," he greeted her warmly, his smile effortlessly inviting. She was immediately struck by his presence, tall, good-looking, and with an easy confidence that made her feel comfortable. His deep-set eyes sparkled with amusement as he stepped aside to let her in. The apartment was small but neatly kept, a two-room flat with a separate kitchen. "Wow, it's cozy," she remarked, feeling surprisingly comfortable in his space. "I like to keep things simple but welcoming," he said, leading her inside. "Let me give you a quick tour before dinner." He showed her the living room, then the modest yet stylish bedroom, before finally guiding her to the kitchen where a romantic dinner awaited. The candlelight flickered off the wine glasses, and the aroma of pasta filled the air. "I hope you're hungry," he said with a grin, pulling out a chair for her. As they ate, conversation flowed smoothly. He was even more charming in person, his laughter rich and genuine. He shared amusing stories from his medical practice, his enthusiasm making her laugh along with him. However, a sensation of drowsiness began to creep over her. She brushed it off, attributing it to the wine or the stressful day at work, but the feeling intensified, wrapping around her like a thick fog. "Are you okay?" he asked calmly. She forced a smile, trying to shake off the unease. "Yeah. I suddenly feel really sleepy. I had a pretty tough day today." His lips curled into a small, warm smile. "It's been a tough day for you, huh? You can rest in my bed for a bit while I prepare dessert," he suggested, his voice soothing, reasonable. Nodding, she stumbled toward the bedroom. Just before dozing off, she unlocked her phone and sent a quick text to her best friend. "He's so sweet and his apartment is really nice. The food was amazing, but I suddenly got so tired. Feels weird." She had barely placed the phone down before her eyelids grew too heavy to fight. She had meant to stay awake, to be aware, but she had fallen asleep much faster than she had expected. A firm grip on her shoulder jolted her awake. A voice, urgent, unfamiliar. "Miss, wake up!" She blinked groggily, her head thick with fog, her body weak. The room was dimly lit, and a silhouette hovered over her. A police officer. "Are you hurt?" His voice was serious and full of concern. She shook her head weakly, pushing herself upright. "What's going on?" "Your friend called us when she couldn't reach you," he explained, his eyes scanning the room. "We had to break in." He paused, then asked, "Do you know if he's been renovating his apartment?" Her pulse quickened, caught off guard by the question. Renovating? Sarah was confused by the question as the police led her out of the bedroom and into the living room. The living room looked the same, tidy, undisturbed. Nothing seemed out of place. Then she turned her head toward the kitchen. Her stomach dropped. Plastic sheets covered the walls, the floor, the counters, like someone was preparing for a renovation. But it was what was on the table that made her breath hitch in her throat. A set of surgical instruments, scalpel, bone saw, forceps, everything meticulously arranged. And next to them, gleaming under the cold kitchen light, large, sharp butcher knives. The realization hit Sarah with the full force of terror. The seemingly charming doctor had not been preparing a romantic dinner. He had been preparing for something far more sinister. She had escaped, narrowly, but the experience would forever alter her perception of online dating, leaving a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking beneath a charming facade.